Lighting is and the quality.
No, the problem is your camera is extremely dirty.
That's better.
The camera's not very good though.
No, it's not as good as our phones.
I may die. Oh. Showed off my squishy die yesterday, and then
They're behind the.
I know the rest of them are. I'm looking for the main one.
I don't know. You should have put it away.
I know. I should have, but I have to use like a digital die. Oh, can't use my squishy one anymore. Makes me sad. Is it recording?
Yeah, we're live.
Live. Do you know if you can save a live stream in YouTube?
I believe so.
I will do Instagram as well. That's the one. All right. Let's see. Oh, no, that's too low.
More support.
Are you going to be able to see them both?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Boom.
Mess with it.
Everybody dizzy.
Yeah.
All right. Hello again.
Nobody's paying attention to us yet.
I know. Well, yes, but there's going to be a recording, right? So when we do the Instagram live, or when people look at it later on, they'll be able to see it. And then I'm going to look through the wheel of the YouTube one. Do we need to
do we want to put it up
elevate
on something?
Yeah.
Box or something.
Yeah.
You have game boxes there.
I know. Try to figure out what's the best thing to put it on. You're being incredibly non-entertaining.
I'm making things go.
Make it go. All right. Let's see if the YouTube streaming is better there. Nope. Then it's right in your face.
Can you change the angle?
No? That
well,
doesn't...
I think you still gotta bring it up higher. If people want to see me.
I'm worried that if I go too much higher, then I'm going to go on top of the tablet.
Well, now people can see me. But please don't drop my computer. I just might have to. Could you get me a little pillow or something to support my back?
Sure. This will be good.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll do, pig.
Diane joined.
Hello.
On Instagram. And Evanita joined on YouTube.
We got one on each.
Yeah.
Success. Yeah, so you should probably tell people that we're doing dual cast.
I didn't say that you were on Instagram Live. I just said that on my Instagram that
now you can say it.
right now.
Right now. Do it. Do
Yes. So we're live on Nick's Mr. Hipstering's Instagram Live as well as on our YouTube channel. So
We're trying that out. And I yet again have lost my squishy die. So
random.org.
no, I've got a dice app on my phone.
That works too. And Ross Farm joined us too.
Oh, hello, Amy.
I should wait for you, otherwise I'm
D12.
really gonna get finished before before you're done.
Yeah, all right.
I might finish before you even get started.
Yeah, with the way you're going?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this D12
I gotta keep up with my wheel.
crazy. All right. Another one that I can't tell people what it is.
So for the people who haven't joined us before, while we've been doing this live streaming thing for the base 12 spin along, this is day 3 of the base 12 spin along.
Day 3.
Hip strings, a 12-day spin along to explore, base 12, which is really just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, 10. So you have 12 numbers as your base set.
As opposed to base 2, which is binary, and that is just 0, 1.
So it's just clever because we could start on 12-12 and end on 12-24 and have 12 days of fiber.
Right. We had this differently where your wheel was slightly offset so that I could have this be a little bit closer to you. You good where you are? No, you gotta be there.
I can
you
angle
sure?
a little bit, yeah.
It's not gonna hurt your back?
No.
Okay.
I'm still gonna have my feet in the same place.
Good. All right. Yeah, we're just
Lala's back.
Hey, Lala. Hi, everybody's coming.
We have returned.
Apparently,
Spectators.
we have been entertaining enough to require or to suggest that people should
come back
and torture themselves some more.
Okay, what's the question about the tonal mini schemes?
Well, you've gotta tell this because now we're streaming on 2 channels, right? So the ones on YouTube can't see what's going on Instagram and vice versa. So Lala has a question on Instagram of, I have a question about the tonal mini skeins. Is one supposed to watch up with 3 or 6? And Jill's having to look up at her instructions to
Day
verify
3
that.
goes with day 6. So 1, 2, 3, and 6 all go together. No, well, okay. The 2 yellows are actually 2 different fibers. So they are a little bit different, but they're very close. So there's a yellow hand-dyed, which is on a gray merino silk base. And then there's the primary yellow, which was day 1.
So while I was saying the raspberry with the orange, like the 2 yellows are supposed to match, and the raspberry with the orange. I got that. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
so they'll...
You don't have to yell.
Sorry. We've had loud children all day.
We have had loud children all day.
Yes, but they play together. It depends on how you're separating your days. On bobbins.
So that is if you're spinning in the
2-ounce mini
2-ounce
skeins.
mini skein version. Yeah, I've known people who are like, if you're right next to them, they'll talk normally, but if they're on the phone, the longer the distance the call, the louder they are.
Which I think is amusing.
Because, I don't even think it's conscious. It's just like, if I'm calling another country, then I'm going to yell louder.
Yeah, so you're right. If you would be on 2 different bobbins or wind off bobbins, yeah, I would take steps to try to make sure that you're not plying yellow against yellow.
unless you want just a yellow mini
Unless
skein.
you a 1 ounce yellow mini skein. And another Amy joined.
So, all right, day 3, base 12. At this point, so I am spinning it random. Hello. I'm spinning random. So I'm rolling a die, and I realized only after I started doing this that I'm going to be potentially spoiling for people. So I'm not showing off what I have, and I'm not saying what number I've gotten unless I spin a number of a day that's already passed.
Hello from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna get real confusing real fast. Because we got people talking to us on the YouTube stream. So again, for those just joining, we are streaming both on Instagram and on YouTube. Our internet apparently is strong enough to handle those two things. But if we look like we're looking someplace odd, it's because we're reading the comments from one computer or the tablet or vice versa. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine.
It's all good.
This is all good.
Everything's fine.
So yeah, since this is day 3 and you're spinning actually day 3, since you're spinning in order, why don't you talk about what that fiber is?
So what I'm spinning is day 3. It is the secondary orange from the Hip Strings color box. If you picked up the most recent issue of Ply.
What a coincidence. Did you have any clue that Ply was going to come out like today and talk about that? And then it's day 3. I think you should just play it off like you did.
Yeah. Okay. So in the most recent issue of Ply, which is the prep issue, I actually have 2 articles. And in one of those articles, the intersection of fiber or color and fiber, it actually features the fiber for today, which is the secondary orange, and talk about my color box and the whole idea of blending secondary colors from primary. So this is an orange that actually has no orange in it. It is just red and yellow blended together with neutral shades to tone it.
So this is your first big article in Ply, right? I mean, not your first article, but your first.
It's my first
article.
bigger. Yeah.
All right. And you've actually got a couple more coming up.
I've got, yes, I have 2 in the works. So one I just submitted. That will be in the issue about supported spindles. It's about my favorite fibers for spinning on supported spindles. And then I'm going to be working on another article for talking about using control cards.
So I feel particularly proud, not only because you did this awesome thing, but I did some graphics.
For the article.
Graphics for the article, and I'm very proud
on the color wheel.
Yes, I made a color wheel. That was my contribution. Standing on the shoulders of giants.
But I finally got my color box cowl back.
Yeah, I was wondering where that thing was. It was out for a while, right?
Yeah, for a good purpose.
Yes, that is definitely true.
Is that a control card?
Yep.
I just want to double check. So last night I was spinning 16 wraps per inch. Yeah, close enough. I'm probably 18, 17.
Let me see my. Let's see.
How consistent are we? Completely different fibers from last night.
Yeah, I think I'm actually like, I don't know, Jill. Reading this, it's at 20.
Relax it a little bit. I think you're more 18. Yeah.
Which I'm also spinning thinner today, just because I was spinning 16 yesterday.
We're feeling guilty about our cookies.
Wait, how does that do anything?
I want to be skinny.
Oh, So because we have skinny yarn, that makes us skinny?
Yes.
Let's see. You heard it here first. The Hipstrings diet plan.
Spin skinny yarn.
Spin skinny, and you become skinny.
Or you'll feel skinny.
Yes. I don't think it quite works that well, but hey, let's try it. No, I'm trying to go back thicker. Yeah, we Jill had this wonderful plan. Hello, I can't read Rhino Girl. Rhino Girl 13. Hello.
Real names are evading me.
This is the internet. Nobody has real names.
These people do actually have real names, and I
real
actually
names.
know most of them.
No real names.
And I've actually met most of them in person. They actually exist. They're not like Finland.
You might have to explain that one.
No. That's my new joke. Finland doesn't exist.
Yes, but you give the background to that.
So there was a Reddit thread, and somebody asked, what are the crazy conspiracy theories that exist outside of the U.S.? Because we're, Americans are pretty
Pretty
familiar
full of
with
conspiracy. There's Area 51,
Area 51
and alligators in
Bigfoot
the sewers.
yeah, all that stuff. And the most convincing conspiracy theory on this Reddit thread was that Finland doesn't exist. It is a made-up country.
What's some of the evidence that Finland doesn't exist?
It's not on some maps.
It's really not on some maps.
Finland, I think, is actually relatively.
Okay.
It used to be Russia. It used to be Sweden. It used to be it's Scandinavia.
Okay.
But the conspiracy theory was that it was a conspiracy between Russia, Sweden, and the Japanese. So that the Japanese can. There is actually no land there. It's actually ocean, and the Japanese fish there, and
nobody's going to be looking for illegal fishing in the middle of land.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Finland exports a lot of things, boxes that have Nokia on them, which is a Finnish company, but you will never see Nokia phones in Japan.
Even though they actually export Nokia boxes to Japan?
Yes.
So supposedly they're full of fish.
They're full of fish for sushi. And that's why they called it Finland, because fish have fins.
Land of fins. All right. I want to go to Finland just to prove you wrong.
I know it's wrong. It's just hilarious.
Yes.
Let's just pretend a country doesn't exist.
There's a couple of countries. I can't remember what it was. I remember reading another story that there was another country that basically all the surrounding countries just started pretending it didn't exist.
12-foot Dave is Placinic.
Oh. Excellent.
He was asking me about lubrication this week.
I'm assuming for the wheel.
For the wheel.
All right. I'd be worried for a second.
There was a discussion about what to use that was around the house.
Yeah. And that's motor oil.
Yeah, but he didn't have a good way to put it on, but he had 3-in-1 household oil, which is apparently too light.
Okay.
And then but we decided that was good enough for now, and then he ordered a pen of super lube from Amazon.
Yeah.
So
that reminds me, I haven't oiled this wheel ever. Does this
that
wheel it's got self-oiling bearings?
Generally, and sometimes if a bobbin's misbehaving, you can put a little bit of oil on the flyer shaft, but I almost never oil my magic crafts.
Do you need some oil?
I need some oil.
You sound like you need some oil.
I probably do.
Where do you have oil? I can grab you some.
I know there's some in the office.
Rainbow.
I know there's some in my spinning chair in the family room, in the cabinet. But I think there's some down here on like the shelf.
Which shelf? There's many shelves down.
The shelf above the piano.
Okay. All right.
So, see, 3-in-1 did work to the pinch. Now we're on the super lube.
Well, now you know. You gotta talk to other people. for yourself.
Amy's certain that Finland exists too.
She's just part of the conspiracy.
She's also insisting she really exists too. I have one of those too, Laura. I have a little mini bag that used to hang off, I think, my ladybug from Starnets that I used to carry my oil in, and then my oil bottle leaked and completely soaked the bag, and now I don't know where it is. I have a hard time hanging things off my wheels because small children take the things that are hanging off my wheels. So that's, orifice hooks go missing. So I've learned how to thread wheels without an orifice hook. Oil goes missing, all that. But I have a little, like, over the door, over a cabinet door, little basket that actually fits on the back of the frame for the flat iron. And I don't have it on right now, but I use that to store bobbins and fluff. My back's doing better. I was at the studio for a couple hours today, and it was starting to bother me. It's just bending over, picking things up off the floor, that kind of stuff. Kind of irritates it, but I've been stopping whenever it starts to bother me. Ice it. And be gentle with myself. But I have found that I got back to spinning in about the last week, and it's really helped my my gait. I was having a tough time and I was limping. I wasn't able to hit, my feet were hitting ball first instead of heel first because my Achilles has been really, really tight. And spinning really stretches that out as well as works some of the other muscles that are controlled by the nerves that are affected. And so walking is now not a problem now that I've been spinning. It took a little bit of soreness to get through, but now it's been so much better. And then Nick went to the studio with me today, and he cleaned up my dye studio to make it more ergonomic for me and installed a water pump that I can use to drain water from my dye pots so that I'm not lifting as much. So we're slowly getting back to something that resembles more a functional life rather than just spending all of my time flat on my back on the couch. And I am making an absolute mess of my fiber supply by doing this kind of supported long draw. But it works.
Okay, sorry that took so long.
You find it?
In Finland, yes.
In Finland.
Yes. Every place you told me where it wasn't there.
Where'd you find it?
In front of Skuld.
Yeah, well, that's where it lives in the office.
Yeah, but I didn't find any of the other ones that you mentioned.
That's the most reliable place because Chris knows not to mess with stuff in the bay window.
Yeah. Even though he does that still with my stuff. And then the other thing was my print was not functioning properly, so.
Ooh.
But I fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah. I am running my 3D printer full steam ahead, printing some Beskar steel. So if anybody watches The Mandalorian, you should be familiar with that term. It is the stuff that the Mandalorian's armor is made out of. Yeah, sorry, I had to walk all the way to Finland in order to get Jill's oil, but yeah. So in episode 1 and episode like 3 or 4, they have these blocks of Beskar steel that somebody on the internet put out a 3D model for that. I was like, you know what? I should print a bunch of those and give those to the kids and to my brother and his kids. So I've been secretly, like, as soon as the kids go to bed, starting up the printer and running the print. And the problem is the print takes about 8 hours to print. So I will start it up at night. Then I got to wake up before the kids wake up, and then take the print off, turn everything off, and pretend like nothing happened before they wake up.
Gab might have you figured out.
Gab did have me figure out because she saw this place where I had my my Beskar steel stashed. So
Bad print.
yeah. Jams on printers are nasty things. I mean, if you know how to fix it, awesome. Typically what you got to do is run the head very, very hot. It also depends on what you've been printing with. If you've been printing with something simple like ABS, you can actually take the head out and
yeah, you were having
run
issues
it in
when you were
acetone.
doing the wood PLA.
The PLA, I was having issues with that. And I learned if you print PLA too hot, it actually jams, which is a little bit counterintuitive. Apparently it crystallizes. So you've got to get the PLA in the right temperature range in order for it to print properly. But then in order to get it out, you really just need to make it super hot and then jam the filament through. Or, like I was saying, remove the head, make it hot, get something as thin as the nozzle to clear it out. But that's always scared me, you know, because how are you going to hold a hot 3D printer head without burning yourself while
Kevlar
you're then
gloves.
trying? Yeah, if you're going to buy Kevlar gloves, you may as well just buy a new 3D printer head.
Doesn't everybody have some Kevlar gloves around the house?
Yeah, no. Do we?
I thought we had some high temperature gloves.
We do have high
We
temperature
have
gloves. That's true. We've got the
silicone.
those awesome silicone oven mitts. Got a couple of versions of that you guys have got made for Christmases.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is the T-Rex mitt that you got me. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it on the first print. That's unfortunate. There's a lot of good resources online though for 3D printing. The Reddit has a 3D printing subreddit, which is really, really helpful. They've got a lot of good advice already on there, but you can make a post, and while the post will probably not get upvoted, it'll be there'll be a lot of people that'll comment on it as well. Let's see. Oh my gosh, glass handling gloves. Yeah, that's That is
See?
more than needed. Well, that's Dave.
Oh, it's
He works
Dave.
in glass. But yeah, if you've got glass handling gloves, that will probably work. May not have the dexterity needed, but you know what? At least you won't get burned.
You could have somebody hold it who has the hot gloves and somebody else thread it.
All right, so it threaded. Yeah, so you're
Teamwork.
we're bringing it back to the fiber terminology here. Why does yours look longer than mine?
What do you mean?
You're am I actually spinning faster than you? Am I gonna win? Oh god.
No, you're
go
not going to
faster.
win.
Gotta go faster. Yes, tongues are a thing too. I don't know. I always feel when I've always cleared out. I've been lucky enough to be able to clear out all of my clogs with just a lot of high temperature, running it to a much hotter temperature and jamming through. But I also have a metal hot end, so that can go higher than most ceramic hot ends. So that helps out. And Dave finally finished his first day's fiber. Awesome.
Woo!
Yeah, I would say, nobody should feel bad about going fast or slow with the spin along. Really, there is a recommended pace, and it's only there just because you got to say something, right?
If I wasn't running the spin along, I probably would not be
going at the
on
same
top.
pace. Yeah. So there's
I'd
some
either
people,
be a rule breaker and be like, I just want to keep spinning.
just do it all in one night.
Just do it all. Or you're like,
Yeah.
We'll see.
So we're keeping a certain pace just from the standpoint of we want to try it. I want to try it. I've never done a knit or a spin along or anything like that. Let's see. The next printing will be a Daedalus Starling ornament. Since we clean up the jam.
Mm.
Nice. Yeah, what were we saying? Yeah, this is my first knit spin along thing. I've always been jealous of the camaraderie that comes along with it. Although I should probably go on to some other additional social media outlet like why am I blanking? Ravelry. That's the word. Or
Yeah.
Facebook or something. And talk about it. But again, I can't spoil it for people, so I'm just going to hide in my hole until the end, and then I can show all the pictures. I've decided yesterday.
You'll have your crazy skein.
I'll have my crazy skein. Yesterday, I took a picture of the of what I've spun for the first 2 days. I forgot to do it for the first day, so I'm going to start taking pictures of my bobbins and then wait until the end of the spin along to post it.
Sounds like Dave needs another wheel because him and Meredith are sharing the wheel.
Yeah, well, if Meredith is listening, then you know what to get Dave for Christmas. I'm just going to leave that with a nice awkward silence for a while. Wheels do tend to multiply.
They've stabilized in our house.
They have. Remarkably so. Although I'm not sure the kids would leave it at that state once they if they ever actually catch the true spinning bug.
Yeah. I had put it in Gab's mind of getting a little Louette Victoria.
Well, she needs to actually spin on something first.
Right. She's not spinning, so I'm not buying any more wheels.
I mean, she can spin in a T-Rex outfit, so that was the condition of buying her a T-Rex outfit.
Yeah.
Are you just open day, Dave? Nice. Oh, Lola, you're getting a new one. Which one are you getting?
Lola has more wheels than I do.
Are you counting that from the standpoint of more wheels than you personally do, not including the wheels that I now have that you've given to me because you want to be able to use them later?
I think Lola might have as many wheels as the entire Duarte clan. Or more.
Reeves frame wheel. I have not seen one of those.
Reeves was a wheel maker. The big Shacked Reeves is based on his design.
Okay.
He made a bunch of wheels. He made a frame wheel. It's kind of a castle one, but it's kind of like in a box.
Okay.
So it's framed. And then he made a lot of
it's called a frame wheel?
Yes.
Oh, so Lola is telling us that she has 12.
She has 12. So yeah, she has more than us.
That is more than us.
Because I have my Ashley Jensen, I have my Aura, I have the Flatiron. You have the Sidekick and the Susie. Gab has the Ladybug. Adrian has the Kiwi. I have an S17 at the studio. And then if we count Sharkas as wheels, I have a Sharka.
So that's only 10.
It's only 10.
Only 10. So we does that mean we're gonna buy 2 more so we can catch up to Lola?
No, we don't need to buy 2 more. I've actually tried every wheel that I've ever been interested in, and I'm really happy with the wheels I have.
Good. So wait, Lola, is that 12 counting the one you're going to get, or is that just your current status? As she types.
And she needs to come visit us in Pittsburgh, and she can try a Jensen.
Let's see. Dave is saying that he needs to. Both of them need to spin more before justifying buying a second. To which I say, "Ha!" And then he said,
"If you buy a second, you'll spin more."
There you go. Yeah, it's really you're just framing the question wrong.
Yeah, I have destashed wheels too. I had a mini spinner and I sold that. I had a pocket wheel and I sold that. And I sold the Studio S10C, which Meredith Dave now have. So those are the wheels I've sold.
Very nice. So Rhino Girl has
Shark.
9. And Evanita has 2 treadle
wheels. Oh yeah, and I
wheels
sold my
and
matchless.
3 electric wheels. More electric wheels to come when Dave develops them. Yeah, I personally I've got this vision that many people have been hearing about for a while, although not all the details. I just really need to get off my butt and tell everybody, okay, I'm going to go away for a week, work on my wheel, my e-spinner, and then come back and the world will be a different place. What's a King Bee? So Lala's listing all of her wheels.
That's a Spinolution. It folds into a box.
Oh, okay. Spinolutions are all the neat transforming ones, right?
They're the ones that have the rocking treadles.
I mean, I like the mechanics. I don't like spinning on them, but I really like the mechanics. A 1916 Swedish wheel. So Rhino Girl has a 1860s Swedish wheel.
Someday, when we have no children living with us, I will probably get a great wheel.
Oh yeah, yeah. And which room is that going to take up? Gab's current room.
It might have to go in a bedroom. There's no wheel in our bedroom yet.
Yet, she says.
I don't spend much time in our bedroom, conscious. So
what you're telling me is that you're gonna spin in your sleep. That's your next goal.
No.
Can't get enough spinning done during the day.
I don't have favorites.
Hi, Meredith.
If I don't like a wheel, I'm like, hey, somebody else in the family. Why don't you spin on this now?
You're saying that right next to the wheel that you gave to me.
Yeah, it's no longer my wheel, and it was not one of my favorites.
I actually like it a lot.
I know you like it a lot. I like my double drive and double drive-esque setup much better.
So Denick one is saying her 30-inch Rick
Diane.
Reeves is her favorite. I'm going with internet names, all right?
I like remembering what people's real names are when I can't remember.
I can't remember people's real names when I meet them in person, so having to do that additional modification is tough. Wait, what's your name again?
I'm spinning on my shacked flat iron. I am a big fan of my flat iron.
How do you sharpen a flyer, Lala? I feel like there's a story behind that.
Yeah.
I mean, was this a attempting? So, for those on YouTube, Lala is saying that she needs to get a new flyer for one of her wheels because she sharpened it to a shank. Which, unless she was in prison, there's got to be an interesting story behind it. Even if she wasn't in prison, just sharpen it to a shank, that would be an interesting story. Now I know I'm getting out of prison when I go.
You're going to ask for a spinning wheel.
I'm going to ask for a spinning wheel, sharpen it to a shank. And then they won't be laughing at me.
See, proper lubrication would have avoided Laura's problem.
That is the takeaway for day number 3. Proper lubrication, everyone. And then you won't get shanked? Is that what...
Where's all this gold glitter? And I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, this is degenerating quite quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, Jill, you're embarrassingly close to where I am, and I was out in Finland for a while, so...
I stopped and oiled my wheel when you came back.
Not for the length of me being in Finland.
Finland is very far away.
And also
and so imaginary.
Is that a decent mixture?
Yeah, but I got no freshly ground nutmeg on top.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I always put freshly ground nutmeg on my eggnog.
All right. I know what I have to do.
Nick's headed back to Finland. Yeah, I really need to clean the flyer shaft of my flat iron. It's not pretty. It needs a good wipe down. And I'm going to win because I'm tricky and manipulative. And I cheat.
You can't drink the entire thing before I put the nutmeg on.
Here.
See, I'm just jealous that I didn't think of this before. And we drank all the rest of that eggnog without having any nutmeg on it for myself.
Well, for you, I drank it all with freshly ground nutmeg.
Yes, because you were better than I. Is that better?
It is much better, thank you.
You're welcome.
It really needed some ground vegetable matter.
Give it a little toothiness.
Not a Slytherin. I'm a Ravenclaw. A Slytherin tendency sometimes.
See, I would have totally made her go get it herself.
Except I'm broken.
Had you
and I'm
not
trapped
had
by
essentially
wheels.
a broken back. Yeah, so. So I'm running out of fancy sweaters to wear for this. I don't think I've got 12.
I don't think you have 12 sweaters yet.
You
So
have
you haven't
12.
worn your Bowie sweater yet?
No.
There's your new handspun Elizabeth Zimmerman.
Yep.
You have some sweater vests.
I haven't worn the weird cowl one. Yeah, with sweater vests. But still, that's 2 sweater vests.
You wore your purple one,
2
and you
more.
wore your gifted one, right?
Which one's the different one?
The one you wore for Whiskey and Lego.
I would assume yes. But...
The gradient, the Lauren Elkin one.
Oh, yeah, the one that okay.
The Gola, right?
Yeah. So this one I did not knit myself. Lala says Jill needs to retake the sorting quiz. Yeah, why don't you take a break and do that for a little bit?
I know. When I'm done. Well, I'm waiting for you.
Jill is wearing her handspun Bowie sweater. So
it's Crazy Heart.
So when we went to Rhinebeck, which we've only gone once so far.
You.
Oh yes.
I've gone twice.
You've gone twice. The second time you went, the first time I went, the only time I went, we decided to do a full family of sweaters. And then, of course, Rhinebeck was super hot, so we wore it for, like, maybe the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, but we got a good picture.
That is true.
And people appreciated us in line.
And then, yeah, so we all did the Crazy Heart, all with slightly different colors. And so I've got a blue and gray and, like, raisin-colored one. The main color is blue, and then it's got gray and raisin triangles. Adrian has a red one with
kind of fire colors.
Yeah, orange and
yolk.
Yellow and
Yeah, I've
white.
a pink one with blues and purples in the yolk. And Chris has a natural color oatmeal one with blue, green, and yellow in the yolk.
And that one we always show off about how ridiculously durable the Bowie is, because he was 2 when
he was 2.
Literally rolling down hills wearing it.
And it is the softest sweater of the world.
And you couldn't even tell that it was worn by a 2-year-old, now 4-year-old, and still loving it.
Yeah, apparently Bowie needs to like be beat across rocks.
Took a break. I need to keep going. Drink slower.
Oh, I'm winning this.
I'm slowly like getting thicker is the problem, so that I could try and catch up. But yeah, well, I think considering that I spent some time in Finland, it's excusable that you are going to win.
It'll be tomorrow. You can try again. 9 more days of this. Maybe you can win.
Wow.
I think some of the days I didn't put full half-ounce bats in our bags.
In our bags?
In our bags, so. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Us doing the spin along was more of an afterthought because we had all of these bags set out, and for everything that Jill had to dye, she dyed it in what, sets of 6?
8.
Sets of 8, okay. And so there was 3 left over. So I got one, Jill got one, and Sam got one. And then we were able to spin along with the rest of you. It appears that Meredith may have stolen the keyboard from Dave.
Yeah.
Hi, Meredith. We missed you
Yeah.
guys at Lego and Whiskey.
I need to make myself a new hand-spun buoy square.
Oh, you guys will have to let us know when you're back in town for the holidays, because we're
I
gonna.
don't think they're gonna be in Pittsburgh. Done.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, you're closer than yesterday. You are doing better.
Right. So what I was saying is, and actually this goes for anybody who is going to be in the Pittsburgh area towards the end of the year. You're more than welcome to join our Lego and Whiskey extravaganza going for the full day. Because I make bad decisions. But for those of you that don't know, in the local mall here, Ross Park Mall, there is the Pennsylvania Lego store that also happens to be a couple of feet, maybe 10, 20 feet away from.
It's a little bit more than that.
All right, 30.
It's more than.
It's like 2 stores away from a local whiskey distillery. So we go and grab a Lego kit and drink whiskey while building the Lego kit. And it's usually been a after work event, but the plan is now for the end of the year to celebrate us having done this once a month for about a year. We're going to do basically come in when the mall opens, get a large amount of Lego. Still haven't decided if I'm just going to bring Lego from home or buy a ridiculously large set and spend the entire time building Lego. I think we're giving Lala enough nostalgia to come back to Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Barrel House tour at Wiggle. Yeah, the tours at Wiggle are actually really good. They give a lot of very interesting history and makes it make you really understand the origin of what Pittsburgh played in the whole whiskey development in the U.S.
Yeah, don't listen to those people from Kentucky.
Yeah, no.
They're full of themselves.
Kentucky is the Kentucky bourbon is the cheap knockoff of the original Monongahela whiskey. We haven't decided on a day yet, Dave. So if you let us know what your schedule is like, we will try and schedule around that. But the intent is sometime toward the end of the year. Maybe the last Sunday or something like that. There you go, Lala. Whiskey Rebellion, enough said.
Mm-hmm.
That's Pittsburgh for you.
It always throws me for a tiny little loop when I mention Pittsburgh stuff, and Lala's like, yeah, I remember that.
Well, remember, the majority of Pittsburghers live outside of Pittsburgh because they had to, not because they want to. And I'm done now.
Woot!
All right. So thank you very much for joining us, everyone. This is awesome. This is fun. Hopefully the YouTube stream and the Instagram stream worked out well. I hope it wasn't too choppy or anything like that. And I think we might need to probably improve the lighting a little bit for the YouTube streaming. Maybe we do it side by side instead of one on top of the other next time. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully.
Yep.
Yep.
Same time, same bat channel.
Have a good night.
Good night.